Hello everyone, Namaste, welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Swarup Dutta, Principal of Nath Valley School, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, Maharashtra, and CBSE Master Trainer. This is a video regarding the circular that CBSE published on 17th of March 2026 regarding the list of candidates for the second attempt or second board examination of class 10th. Now, let me share with you the circular, and I will just clear a few doubts that many principals and students have raised, and they called me up and asked me to make this video specially to clear their doubts. So I'm not going to make a very long video. The circular is self-explanatory. It's published on 17th of March 2026 and addressed to all the principals and heads of the schools. And the subject was submission of list of candidates for class 10 second board examination 2026. So the first big announcement is the ones who have already appeared in the first board examination and waiting for the results to be declared, they need to be aware of this fact that CBSE has already declared the registration process for the second board examination to be open. तो CBSE ने सेकेंड बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन का जो रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस है उसको उन्होंने ओपन डिक्लेयर कर दिया, and there's a chart that they have shared in this circular. So the registration process started from 18th of March 2026 and will go on till 31st of March 2026. So the students who are seeing or watching this video right now, please make sure if you want to register for the second board exam, if you feel that one or more number of subjects you want to improve your scores in, you can approach your school and get yourself registered for the second board examination right now. And it will go on till 31st of March. So the first question that people have asked me is that if we are registering right now and the payment of the fee is to be done from the next day of the declaration of the result for another 5 more days, then why we are registering so early? The answer has been given over here, that this line, LOC will be submitted by the schools for all desirous students. As for the first time, CBSE will hold the second board examination in class 10th. Hence, to know the correct figures of students who wish to appear in the second board exam and also to know the subjects in which they wish to appear, CBSE has decided to make the schedule of submission of LOC in such a manner that all required information is available with CBSE in advance to make the foolproof preparations of the examination. Very simple. CBSE is telling very clearly that it's the first time that they're organizing a second board examination. So they need to fix examination centers. They need to understand how many rooms will be used for different subjects. So the subjects where more number of students are going to appear, more number of examination rooms or halls will be required. And depending on number of students who register right now, CBSE will get a rough estimate that how many students from a particular district is planning to reappear or appear in the second board exam. So based on that, they will fix the centers for that particular district. So this is one very important thing that you have to understand, that if you register right now, you need not pay the money. You need not finalize even the subjects. What you can do is you can register, give CBSE a rough idea that how many students are going to appear. Like if you are one of them, so if CBSE gets a collective idea of how many students are coming or going to appear in the second board examination, they can fix the centers accordingly. Now, what is the advantage of that? The advantage is if more number of students register, CBSE will understand that more number of centers are required in that district. So number of centers will be more, and that will basically mean that the proximity of the center to your home or your school, there's a high chance that it will be not too far off. But if less number of children register in the first attempt, there's a high possibility CBSE initially decides only one center to be fixed, and the distance of the center from your home or from your school will be more. That's one possibility. And the second thing is, CBSE needs to make all arrangements properly. So we should give CBSE the time to make all these preparations. Now look at this chart. What happens if you do not register now? You're going to register then, or you may register in the second phase, which starts from the next day, from the day of declaration of the board exam results for the next 5 days. An examination fee can be done during those 5 days itself. Now, if you miss out that as well, then you can you can complete the registrations in the third phase, which starts from the 7th day from the day of declaration of results for 2 more days. So CBSE will open the registration process from the 7th day of the declaration of the results for 2 more days for children who missed out the first and the second phase. But this third phase registration, if you're going for that, the fee, you have to pay a late fee as well along with the normal fee. So this is along with the late fee, third phase is applicable. So there are a lot of instructions for the principals. The principals are instructed to go through the circular in detail. But as I said, I'm not going to make this video a very long one. It's going to be a short video, only clearing the doubts that the principals and students are facing. So the first doubt is, who is eligible to appear in the exam? So the students who have appeared in a minimum of 3 subjects in the first board exam can appear in this exam as well. So the ones who have not appeared in minimum of 3 subjects, they are not eligible to appear in the second board exam. Those who have passed the first exam, so all the subjects they have received a passed score, they can appear for improvement in 3 subjects, maximum of 3 subjects. The ones who are placed in compartment, they can, so here you can see the compartment category. So those who will be placed in compartment category, they can appear in the second attempt as well. Now, there will be children who will be under essential repeat, that is, they fail in more than 3 subjects, 3 or more subjects, they are not eligible to appear in this exam. So eligibility criteria is very simple. If you have attempted or you appeared in minimum of 3 subjects in the first attempt, you can appear for the second time. Second, if you appeared in all the subjects and you have passed in all the subjects, you can appear for improving 3 subjects from the list of subjects that I'm going to talk about a little later. And third is the ones who receive compartmental, that is, they've failed in 1 or 2 subjects and they are placed in the compartment category, they can appear in the second examination. Now, what about the choice of subjects? So let me see what CBSE is talking about. This is the paragraph B. All passed and eligible students are allowed to improve their performance in any of the 3 subjects out of science, mathematics, social science, and languages. Now, there is a confusion about this because teachers and principals have heard from somewhere that the second attempt, the children can appear in 2 subjects, in any 2 subjects out of the science, maths, and social. Out of these 3 mandatory subjects, any 2, and 1 language as a compulsory subject. Like, you cannot appear in science, maths, social together, and you have to take 1 language also. But let me tell you, though initially, due to different webinars conducted and no clarity on this particular topic at all, it was very widely circulated that the children have to take 2 out of the 3 subjects of science, maths, and social, and 1 language. But right now, if you look at the circular, it's very clearly telling any 3 subject out of science, maths, social, and languages. And that makes sense. You know why? Because let's say if the first criterion that CBSE has set, that minimum 3 subjects they have to appear in the first exam. So let's say if I, as a student, appeared in both the languages and mathematics, and I didn't appear for science and social, I can definitely attempt the second time with science and social as 2 subjects which I didn't appear for in the first attempt. And here I will not appear for the languages anymore. If I feel like I don't need to appear for the languages, I will not appear for the languages in the second attempt. Similarly, if the child has attempted the first time in science, social, and maths and left the languages, so obviously in the second board exam, he or she will appear in both the languages, right? So it doesn't make any sense if we tell that 2 subjects out of these 3 and 1 language, nothing like that. So very clearly, any 3 subjects, any 3 subjects out of science, social, maths, and the 2 languages. The skill subjects are not included in this, so you're not supposed to, or you're not supposed to register for the skill subject at all. Now, if a student has not appeared in 3 or more subjects in the first exam, he is not eligible. So a few more things. No new names will be added in the LOC. If the child has not appeared in the first attempt, it's not like he can appear in the second one. So there will be no chance given to those children who didn't appear in the first attempt at all. There will be no correction in students' data. So because it's a LOC right now, don't request the school that if there was a spelling mistake and you didn't notice it when it was being done, you cannot request the school right now to correct any data. It will not be done. Whatever data was saved in the first board exam, LOC, it will be the same thing that will continue. The CWSN candidates, the list remains same. No new CWSN candidate can be added. So do not approach the school with a new PWD certificate or dyslexia certificate to allow you, some extra time or something like that. That will not be done. So only the children who were registered as CWSN children in the first exam, only this facility will be extended to them in the second exam as well. No improvement of the internal assessment. So remember, because it's a second board exam, do not even discuss about the internal exam because it's not relevant. Whatever scores were uploaded for the internal assessment, that stays the same. Now, one more thing, I think you already know it, but I'm just reminding you that out of the 2 board examinations, the higher number will be considered. So if I appear in maths, in the first attempt, I get 60, and in the second attempt, I get 65. So 65 will be considered. But if in the first exam I got 65 and second exam my score dipped, so still 65 will be considered because that is the higher of the 2 marks. So that is very clear, right? The children who pass by replacing the 6 subjects. So if a skill subject has replaced any of the 3 mandatory subjects like science, maths, and social, and skill subject has replaced the subject the child failed in, so the child can appear and in the second exam and clear that subject as well. For example, if I pass in science and social, fail in maths, and I pass in my skill subject, that is AI or FM, I can reappear in the second attempt and clear my maths paper and get a pass mark in maths subject as well. The students placed under unfair means category, if eligible, they can appear for the second exam. Student placed in the compartment category, they can appear in the second attempt. In case you have registered in the first attempt and you missed out a subject in which you are placed in the compartment, you can make changes before you make the payment. So I am registering right now, for example, today on this 24th of March. And when the results come out, I find that I registered for maths, science, and English, and I failed in, let's say, social. So I can easily include social that time. So whatever subject the child fails in or is placed in compartmental category, the child can make the changes in the LOC before making the payment and appear in that exam. So change of subject in the LOC is permissible, but not including a new subject. Only the change that can be done is if the child has appeared in basic maths, wants to shift to standard maths in the second attempt, it can be done. If the child appeared in the standard maths and want to shift to basic maths in the second attempt, that also can be done. So standard to basic is permissible, but no other new subject can be added. And of course, the children who are appearing for the first and third choice compartment plus improvement. So let's say, what is that? Compartment plus improvement is out of the 5 subjects, I failed in maths and I passed in all of the subjects. So I'm placed in compartment category. So I can take maths as a subject because I'm placed in compartment category and take that up for the second attempt. And 2 more subjects where I have passed, I can take those 2 subjects as well. So it will be treated as compartment plus improvement. So 1 or 2 subjects of compartment and 1 or 2 subjects of improvement category can be merged together. Syllabus remains same, no change in syllabus. And it is expected that the schools will read the guidelines carefully, collect the data of the students and submit the same correctly. So basically, 2-3 things I would recommend in case you're planning to register for the second board exam, do it now, because then there will be a greater chance for you to get a center that is located nearby. But I think CBSE has made it very clear in the circular. Find out that line. Let me just check it out. Uh, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, give me a moment. Yeah, see this. Be guided about rules of second board examination and use this facility only in dire need. So CBSE is telling that, in case you feel that it's not required and it's not, you have done fairly well in the examination, don't go for the second attempt. It will unnecessarily increase, not only the span of time over which the board exam is being conducted, and the logistic requirements of the board examination and everything. And for the student also, it's not going to be a major advantage. So if unless and until the students feel that I have not done well in the first board exam at all, and I really need to improve my score in the second, CBSE has advised that go for the second attempt only and only if there's a dire need. So this is very important. And a few things that they have informed is, be informed about the eligibility, that's fine. Be informed that the examination centers would be limited in number. Hence, their examination center might not be nearer. So don't expect the same examination center as that of the first attempt. So your center can be 40 kilometers away, 50 kilometers away, 70 kilometers away. You never know. It all depends on, as I said, the number of children registering for the first phase. So I would recommend the school principals to take the lead. And I would inform the students that in case you have, any minute or, I would say, a remote plan of appearing in the second board exam, register right now. It will give you an advantage in terms of center fixation. And remember, no examination center will be changed once allotted. So this is very, very important. So that's all I think I need to inform you. Very simple things. So 2 board examination appear only if you feel there's a very urgent need of it, and you really require to improve your the scores that you're getting in your first attempt. Otherwise, don't go for it. You get enough time to prepare for your 11th, take admission in your 11th standard and start your preparations early. The second thing is understand the fact that the first registration will help you in case you are planning to appear in the second attempt. It can give you a nearer center possibility, no promises. The third thing is eligibility criteria, please check. And after the registration, your fee payment starts once the board exam results are declared. So board exam results are expected to be declared in late April or early May. And whenever it's declared within the next 5 days, do not forget to come and clear the fees. Otherwise, if you register right now, you don't pay the fee, at that point in time, it will still be considered as, not registered. So keep that in mind, and make your selection wisely. Which are the 3 subjects you want to appear in? And the students who are placed or who will be placed in compartmental category, they can choose the compartment. They have to choose the compartmental subject anyway, and any 2 other subjects that you want to improve your scores in. So that's all that is required. And remember, again, as I told you, the better of the 2 scores will be considered and taken in your mark sheet of the board exam. And the first board examination, I already informed that in my last video. It will not be shared as a hard copy with you. It will be only uploaded in the DigiLocker. So I hope this video was useful to you. So children who want to register, please get in touch with your school immediately and register. No fee payment is required right now. Just think which subjects you want to appear in and go and register right now. The time is till 31st. And if I'm not wrong, 31st is a holiday in many places. So try to get it done. Let's say today is 24th. So you get 25th. 26th is Ram Navami, if I'm not wrong again. 27th. So 24th, the 25th, 27th, 30th. 3 days you are getting. So out of these 3 days, you can come to school and register yourselves and wait for the fee payment later on. And if you have any question at all, do not hesitate to put in the comment section below. I will try to answer all your queries as far as I can. And if there is any other change that comes up, I will also share it in the chat box, or in fact in the comment section below. And do not forget to subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon so that if there's a new notification, you don't miss it. I keep notifying our students, our teachers, our principals, if there's something new that comes up from CBSE. So this is a new thing. A registration has started. So do not wait. Rush to your school, get yourself registered, and wait for the board examination results. All the best to the students who appeared in the first board exam. And, I hope that you pass with flying colors. As far as maths subject is concerned, I spoke with a lot of children. The only subject that they said didn't go too well is maths. So I can expect many children are going to register for the second attempt of mathematics. And that 5 marks question of triangles, I think only 10% to 15% of the children were able to solve that 5 marks question. So do not be too bothered if you missed it out, because in general I found only 10 to 15% only they are able to solve it. And I think CBSE during the moderation policy will probably do something about it. I'm not sure, but I'm just hoping. So all the best, children. Use your time productively right now. Uh, Start a new hobby, read some good books, develop some new habits, and ensure that this time that you're getting after the board exam and before your 11th class starts, this is a golden phase in everyone's life. Ensure that you really work on yourself, improve yourself. In Japanese, there's a term called kaizen, which is a little improvement every day. So over the next few days, if you improve only 1%, you end up improving 30% after 1 month. So please, work on yourself. Do not just while away the time, just spend time, doing things that are not important. Develop yourself, be focused, prepare for your next phase, that is 11th and 12th. Many of you will be gearing up for the competitive exams. So right now it is a time to pause, think, and decide that really, do I want to go for IIT? Do I really need to prepare for the NEET, or is it my passion? Am I going to follow my passion, or I'm following the mentality of the herd? You can take a decision right now because you have the time. So after that, once you jump into it, there's always a return. There's always, it's not like a no return policy or something like that. You can always come back and do something new, but you end up wasting a lot of time. So I would recommend that during this time, plan, think, and then decide, and be informed about all the decisions that you are taking. Make an informed choice. So everyone who is running after IIT and NEET, stop, think twice, then go for it, right? And I can tell you one thing. Later in your life, you will realize that cracking a competitive exam is not everything. And in the 21st century, the academic qualification will be less and less important year by year. The skill sets that you develop in school, that will be more important. So please do not go for dummy colleges. These coaching centers are trying to mislead you, put you in dummy colleges, trying to make you believe that cracking a joint entrance examination is the only thing that you can do in your life, or that should be the only goal. No, it's not. Please understand this, and do not follow the herd, and stay away from the herd mentality. Read the poem, like the road less taken. So you have to take the road that is less taken. Do not just follow the group. It will not yield you any result. And then you will end up, maybe you can get into IIT with a lot of effort, and you feel like your parents want it, your relatives want it. But I've seen many IITians after passing out from IIT, they are not in engineering field at all. They're doing something in finance or marketing, and they're not. Many of them are not happy. They're not having job satisfaction. They do not get the job satisfaction. Many of them become teachers in coaching institutes. So you must have seen the teachers who are teaching in coaching institutes. Many of them are IITians. So please understand, this is a craze that is going on right now, and everyone has been made crazy. Do not follow the craze. Stand out from the crowd. Be noticed. Be successful in your life. Develop yourself in such a way that you become one in 200 crore people of India. That runs 150 crore. So even when the population reaches to that level, you should stand out from the crowd. So all the best, children. Happy holidays. Enjoy yourself. And if you have any doubt, put it in the comment box. And I'll soon organize a webinar with the children of different schools and different principals. I'll share that link in one of the videos, and we can have a one-to-one interaction or a group interaction in that webinar. So that's all for now. Have a wonderful time, and do not forget to subscribe and subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon. And do not forget to share this video with more number of your friends so that they're aware of all these things, and that will be the greatest help that you can do to a friend. So again, bye-bye. Namaste.